Now, this is how ribosomes looks like, the ribosome structure. Basically, ribosomes, when we talk about ribosomes, we talk about ribosomes in the form of dimer. Two subunits. Always ribosome exists in the form of this shape. The upper shape is somewhat like a dome and bigger one. And the lower shape will be somewhat oval, which is smaller. Okay. So the bigger one, we call it as large subunit. And the smaller one, we call it as small subunit. Not just because of the shape and the size, but based on the molecular weight. Okay? Molecular weight. Here, when you take the molecular weight concept, I just want to give an introduction about how the molecular weight will be calculated for molecules. Generally, yeah, Laisha, it's a simple structure, but it carries out a lot much important functional aspect in the cell. See, by seeing the size, we can't go the ability of thing, isn't it? The same applies for ribosomes. Yes. Okay. Now, when you take molecular weight, generally molecular weight we talk in the form of Daltons. I think you would have read in chemistry. Generally.
Yes, ma'am, we have read also.
Yeah, but here when we go for ribosomes, the ribosomes molecular weight is not measured in Daltons, but it is measured in units called Swedberg. Swedberg units we call. Swedberg, obviously the scientist who appreciable work done regarding the ribosome molecular weight structure. So we have him, Swedberg units is the molecular weight unit given to ribosome. Very important point. Okay. Now when you take the molecular weight, larger subunit obviously will have more molecular weight and smaller subunit will have less molecular weight. Now these two molecules are joined, isn't it? So what is the factor that helps in formation of dimer? The word dimer stands for two subunits joining. So the factor here is magnesium ions. The magnesium ions, if they are in high concentration, then both the units of ribosomes, they will be in this shape, in dimer shape. Sometimes the dimer may change into monomer. So you would have got the point, monomer. The larger subunit and the smaller subunit may get separated. Okay, separate monomers may happen when the magnesium ion concentration goes less. So when the magnesium ion concentration will be high, when the magnesium ion concentration will be less, that depends on the position of ribosome. Okay. So here comes ribosome's position, where they are present. Based on that, they may exist in the form of dimer or they may exist in the form of monomer. Clear so far? Here only two important points. The Swedberg unit is important. Then magnesium ion concentration is important. Okay. Now we'll get into the position of ribosomes. Now when you take position of ribosomes, ribosomes may be either in cytoplasm or they may be with organelles. Organelles like, you know, all the organelles, endoplasmic reticulum, which we call as rough endoplasmic reticulum if ribosomes are present. Then we have discussed about ribosomes in mitochondria. Mitochondria major function is cellular respiration. Other than cellular respiration, protein synthesis is also a function of mitochondria. Then just now we discussed in chloroplast. Okay, so these are different cell organelles where you will find ribosomes. So such ribosomes are called organellar ribosomes. because they are present in organelles, so they are organellar ribosomes. So in contrast, we will have cytoplasmic ribosomes, which are there in cytoplasm. Okay. So based on the position, they may exist as dimer or monomer. It depends on the functional aspect. Now, ribosomes are present both in prokaryotes and eukaryotes. Is the best example you can write when there are similarities between prokaryotes and eukaryotes. Generally, students are having more tendency to read about the differences. I mean, in most of the textbooks and all, they'll give only differences. But the trend has been changed. They're asking even for similarities. Then we'll be counting numbers. What are the similarities? This is the best similarity. Prokaryotes and eukaryotes both possess ribosomes. But there is small differences there. When you take prokaryotes, you will have 70S ribosome. When you take eukaryotes, they will have 80S ribosome. S stands for Swedberg unit. Okay, the 70 relates to the molecular weight. In prokaryotes, we are having less molecular weight ribosome. In eukaryotes, somewhat more molecular weight ribosome. So this is the dimer form. Okay. So in order to make you people understand, I am giving the monomer form. Monomer means what? The larger and smaller subunits gets divided. So here when you take the prokaryote, in monomer form, we'll have 50S and 30S ribosomes. 70S. Okay. Here in eukaryotes, it's 60S and 40S. See, assume that if this is a prokaryote cell, maybe blue-green algae or bacteria, for example, take bacteria. So this whole unit is 70S ribosome we call. Okay, a picture can be given and saying that this is the prokaryotic ribosome. Determine the molecular weight. They may give options under 70S, 50S, 60S, 80S. So if a question is asked in that way, you may get the idea from this point. Okay, that's why I'm giving in detail. So 70S ribosomes you will find in prokaryotes. So suppose if you take this is the bacteria cell in which you found the 70S ribosome, the largest subunit is 70S, I get confused, which is 60S and 40S, I'm sure. This is probably write it down as 50 and ask me in the next session. I'll clarify this. I think it's 50 only, but I'm getting doubt of this. This becomes the 50S and this becomes the 30S. Okay. Don't get into calculating like adding both these and getting 70. This won't happen. This molecular weight. Okay. So this is the 50S ribosome, which is the largest subunit, and this is the 30S ribosome unit, which is the smaller subunit. If you take example prokaryote. So likewise, you can go for eukaryote. Then eukaryote, you will be having the dimer structure with 80S ribosome. When they divided, 60S and 40S will be the largest subunit and smaller subunit. This is all about structural aspect of ribosome. Any doubt with structural aspect of ribosome? Yes, Ronak.
Now what are the 60S, 40S, 50S, 30S?
Those are the molecular weight. That's what I'm saying. Molecular weight of that subunit. Molecular weight of largest subunit 50S. Okay, molecular weight is not just a number. Molecular weight will be calculated by using different biological methods. You'll get into those things when you learn biochemistry. Okay, molecular weight is not just weighing and a weighing machine in the form of grams. See, that's why this molecular weight is different. The unit is also different. Swedberg, S. All those number indicates size or molecular weight of subunits. Dimer. Dimer is nothing but association of two subunits. Okay, Veda. Okay, no doubts. Okay. Understood, Ronak? Dimer. Di stands for two. The two subunits are joined together. It forms the whole structure dimer. Usually, ribosome looks like dimer form only. In some situations, it may change into monomer form. That's based on magnesium concentration. I just explained in the other slide.